Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet. Welcome back to some more Factorio Space Age, where we will be messing around with green science. So, before we start, I wanted to show off a few things. First of all, this is my train station. It's just a little three train setup. This one is calcite unload, which obviously we don't have any trains for yet, but I set it up anyway. And then we got copper and iron. And yeah, as we mentioned before, we need 16 iron ore and 16 copper ore per second. So I just squeeze them all into one belt. Only offload from one side of the train. There's no reason for loading off both sides of the train when your throughput requirement is this low. So yeah. And as you can see by the fact that the train just showed up, it is hooked up to the train network. I've left these caches a little bit open, just so that, you know, it's all good. But, yeah, I probably could close them down a little bit, but I'll just leave them fully open for now. And, yeah, in terms of what other things have been happening, Gleba actually fell over completely, which was quite annoying. What happened was these seed logistics chests, provider chests, filled up completely, which backed the seeds up into here, which backed up the Yumeko, which backed up the entire system. So I added this little active provider at the end to clear it out. And I previously had this capped at 100, and I've now expanded it to just be going forever, pretty much. It will still send 2/3 of the seeds off back to the farm, but yeah, it will pretty much go forever in producing this soil. And I'm okay with that because, where is it? The fancy soil, the overgrowth soil, which we'll probably almost certainly need for the Megabase, actually uses the old soil. So it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So I might as well start stockpiling it now. I could make the overgrowth soil. The only problem with that is I need to send biter eggs back to a Gleba. And I already tried. I can't grab the... you can only capture the biters on Nauvish. There's no biters you can really capture on Gleba. They got different sort of pods. So, yeah, you can't really get biter eggs from Gleba as far as I'm aware. So we got to ship the biter eggs back to Gleba, which I haven't done yet. And to be honest, Gleba is not super high on my priority for the Megabase. It's got some nice things, but I mean, rocket fuel productivity, plastic bar productivity, once I get both of those up to 10, the asteroid productivity is nice, but not super important. Rocket part productivity doesn't need it. It'll basically just be for the research productivity, I think. And I'm not sure what else, to be completely honest. Maybe we might need some stronger explosives or when we go out to the edge of the solar system, but meh. I'm really not worried about it. So, yeah. So that's Gleba. Just had to do a little bit of a fix, but it's back on track at the moment. One other thing that I wanted to cover, which I didn't quite cover when I was building the red science, but I probably could have covered, I think I covered it a few episodes ago, is the iron gears. So you may be wondering why I am directly taking the molten iron into casting the iron gear wheel. You may be thinking, oh, hang on a sec. If you just cast it into iron plates and then made the gears from the plates, then you get an extra 40% productivity because you can put it into the assembler and put 4 prod modules in it, so an extra 40% productivity. There's actually a reason we're not doing that, and it's an awesome reason. So I don't want to mess the recipe up, so let me just put another foundry up here. So in a normal assembler, the iron gear is a 2-to-1. So you take 2 iron plate to 1 iron gear wheel. So remember, that's a 2-to-1. In here, casting iron from molten iron is a 10-to-1. Casting molten iron to an iron gear wheel is also a 10-to-1. And what that means is that 2-to-1 no longer exists when you're using the furnace, which basically means that you just got 100% productivity for free out of nowhere. If you use a furnace for creating the gears, then you're pretty much, it's like you've researched 100% productivity level 10 for iron gear wheels for free. It's very awesome. So that is why we are using these guys, because yeah, 100% is way more than 40%. And there is a similar thing for the copper wire as well that you will notice. So usually for copper wire, it's a 1 to 2 in the other direction. So you're doubling it, which is nice. And you would see this is a 10 to 1. So we would expect it to be a 5 to 1, but it's actually a 5 to 2 here. It's actually a 5 to 2. So that means we're getting 4 copper cable off 1 copper plate, as opposed to 2 off 1 copper plate. So again, that's doubled. Now, it's not, doesn't work out for every recipe. Like, I think the iron sticks don't get any bonus. The low density structures get a weird sort of bonus where they get bonus on the molten iron, but they actually lose on the molten copper. The copper goes down or something like that. But the steel does get a huge bonus. Because you think about it, usually one steel is 5 iron. So if iron is a 10 to 1 and this is a 30 to 1 instead of a 50 to 1, then that's an extra, I'm not sure the exact productivity, but it's like 40% less iron. Is that 40% productivity, or is it 1 over 0.4 or something? I don't really understand. 1 over 0.6, whatever. The point is, making steel in the furnace is really awesome as well. Very, very, very awesome. And I don't think, I mean, steel is usually a pain in the ass. I don't think steel is going to be a pain in the ass this run, because we got so many efficiencies and we got our thing up to level 10, steel plate productivity. So we're basically doubling the steel, and yeah, so it's all good. So I've done the math for the copper. And if you remember, the iron and I've done the math for the green sign. So the iron and the copper for this one is 16 per second. And we're taking about 0.6 of the clarite, what the hell is it called? It's not called clarite, it's called something else. Claridine? No, that's like hay fever medication. What the hell is it called? Calcite. Yeah, so we're taking like 0.6 calcite per second. So now this is my spreadsheet for green science. And as you can see down the bottom, I don't know if you could actually see it because it's a completely separate view. My mouse may not be showing up. It may or may not, but our iron ore has gone up from 16 to 49, and our copper ore has actually gone down to 6. Now, you might expect the copper ore to have gone up, but the green circuits, as you can see, we're using the electromagnetic facility, which is a straight up, it's a straight up double on the prod bonus. And then the copper cable is also in a furnace, so that's a 1.9 prod bonus. You'll notice as well in the middle, I've got a bunch of green stuff there. You really can't see my mouse cursor, can you? Oh no, there you can. Because it's capturing over in that window. Okay, so that's how it works. Yeah. So you can see here the green circuits using the electromag has a full thing of 2, and then the copper cable has a full thing of 1.9, and we're using the foundry recipe, which is extremely efficient on the copper cable. It's like double efficient. So our copper requirements go down the toilet. But we still need a decent amount of iron because we're using iron plates and iron gears. So yeah, it's going to take a decent amount of iron structures. You can see without factoring in speed modules, we need 8 furnaces just to create the molten iron, and 19 furnaces just for the iron plates, 12 furnaces just for the iron gears. It's a fair bit bigger. Now, having said that, once we start putting in some speed modules all over the place, that should definitely improve. But having said that, it's still going to be a fair bit of a bigger build. Not really much else to talk about. The inserters and transport belts have to be made in the assembler, and they don't get prod bonus. You can't get a prod bonus on those, so that's kind of annoying. But yeah, we can put some speed modules in those buildings. Having said that, if we put speed modules into them, then we might start running into some problems with logistics. Actually getting the items in and out of those buildings fast enough. So yeah. So I'm going to start building it. I'm not sure exactly where. I'd kind of like to build it over here, but there's a bunch of water over here, which is not good. Can I... Oh, if I do H... Blueprint with rail signal cannot be flipped. Okay. I guess that makes sense, because you're flipping a left-hand drive to a right-hand drive. Yeah. I don't want to put it too close to the other one. Like, I don't want to put it, like, here. Because then that's when you start getting problems with deadlocks when the intersections are too close to each other. So, let's do something like this. And another one. And then we can do this. It's going to use the same resources. So, yeah, we can definitely... we will need more than one iron belt out, so we'll have to faff that a little bit, but we can do this section. Now, that should be beautiful. And what else is beautiful is I started building Spidertrons. I got a couple of Spidertrons. They're over here. Each of the Spidertrons, I'll just give you a look inside them. Their equipment grid, fission reactor, a few exoskeletons, 4 roboports, and 2 of the big batteries. So they're pretty decked out. And I've got all of these requests, which when they're filled up, they take up quite a lot of space. Now, here's the interesting thing. I think with the Spidertron might actually be a really good use for... where is it? This thing. This toolboat equipment. 3x1. Because I said this was... I didn't really think this was that useful before. It might be useful to put in a Spidertron, because this inventory is not that huge. But anyway, we can get the Spidertrons, and we can get them over there and get them to start building that stuff, which is awesome. I'm going to head over there as well. The Spidertrons do have landfill, which is nice. Okay. So we might... I think what we'll do is we'll get... How do we do... Let's get some landfill. We might get some Spidertrons. Maybe I should have some separate Spidertrons that are just doing landfill and like nothing else. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure exactly how much I want. Let's do all the way over there. And then all the way over there. And then all the way over there. Okay, that's a decent amount. We can definitely work with that. That's probably going to take the Spidertrons a while. What are you guys doing? You're fully built. Go over there. Just build that little bit. Yeah. So maybe I'll build some separate Spidertrons with a separate remote. And they could just be 100% full of landfill. And, yeah. They can be my landfill Spidertrons. Because these guys do have a little bit of landfill. Oh, you're out of rails. Okay. Go over there. Fix up this area. How much space have you got? Or, okay. We should do... No. No, that's not right. I suppose technically it is right. How did they end up with all those different... Okay, trash unrequested, trash unrequested. Okay, so you actually got quite a lot of room in there. So I'm going to up this to 1,000. And yeah, trash... I feel like trashing unrequested is still a good idea. That's pretty much all you can do. All right. What happens if I send them into the middle of the lake? I don't think they... Oh, yeah, they can't actually go. They can only go on landfill. Whoa. They are... Okay, alright. Let's... Oh, no, it's randomly creating areas for them to get back. Probably I could trap them on there. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be that cruel. But yeah. Alright, you guys go back, refill. What I would actually like is a Spidertron that actually acts as a Roboport. So it goes over to me and it's got some logistics robots. And, oh, I thought those were complaining about power. No, they're complaining about not being able to see anything. Okay, alright. Well, we'll let those Spidertrons do their thing. Let's talk about the green science. So, let's sort of look here. What can we copy from here? I think we can probably copy the iron gears. Although it'll have to be... What are these guys? These guys are a speed of 10. So if we put 10 in there, we still need 4.6 machines. That's quite a lot. And then if we put 10 in there, we still need 8 machines. Okay. So I'm going to put 10 across the board for all of these forges. And we're going to plan out and see what we can do here. Spidertrons, how you doing? I'm just going to spend so much time like looking at the Spidertrons now. Just sort of figuring out, have they got enough? Well, it's going to take a while for them to get landfill. Maybe I should put let's put a little buffer chest over here. And that buffer chest is going to be stack size of 100. So, whoa, that can be 4,000 landfill. We are still building landfill, right? I haven't looked at it for ages, but I'm pretty sure we are. Yeah, okay, that's beautiful. So it only builds it from the leftovers, but we're not using that much stone, so yeah. So that will start to drain our stone stockpile, but we got almost 10 million still there. And these 10 million is using the big mining drill, so it's got the really good resource drain. So yeah, that should be fine. Okay, let's talk about foundries. And the other build I made was kind of a very optimized build for the amount of resources we wanted to spit out. So I'd like to sort of, well, I'd like to make a build that we can kind of reuse. Because, yeah, we can't really reuse that other one easily. So I'd like to have, all right, so we're going to have, let's figure out a ratio here. Okay. We're going to need to send some power poles over, because if you don't send power poles over, then you can't actually do anything. So, molten iron. All right. Now let's have a look. So these guys will each produce 225 per second with a crafting speed of 7.6. So this is 550. So if we take a single guy, and let's start off with iron plates. Let's get the iron plates working first. Okay. So this takes about 50. How much did we say? 550. Okay, that's quite a lot. Let's put another speed module here and get rid of this one, because I feel like we probably don't need that. Okay, we're squeezing them a little bit too tight to each other. Let's stop doing that. We've got plenty of space. Okay. All right. Beautiful. So again, this is all right. We've got up to 300 now with the 2 speed modules. So this is 62. So 62.5 is actually pretty close to 300. So the ratio is going to be a tiny bit off, but we're getting pretty. So 299 to 62.9, and each of these have 2 beacons on them. 60. So 62.5 is 125. 250. Okay, not quite. I was confusing 75 and. Okay. So what do we got here? Okay, we've bumped this up to 403. Takes 21 iron per second and half a calcite, and it produces 403. And what are these numbers all add up to? So that's 150 plus 85 is 235 plus 40, 235 plus 62 is approximately 300, and then 47. Okay, so we had another speed module. Let's add another speed module here. Okay, that gives another 10 there and another thing there. So add another speed module there. Okay, now we got mostly rounded numbers, which is really nice. Let's just add another one, and then we've got completely rounded numbers. 75, a bunch of 85s and a 75. Okay. 75, 85, 85, 75, 75. Now 75 times 5 is 475. And we got 403. Okay, so we've gone over. So we just get rid of that. Okay. 85, 85, 75, 75. Okay. 75 plus... No, that's not right. What am I doing? I'm getting the math wrong. I'm totally getting the math wrong. Okay. 75, 150, 225, 300, 310, plus 85 is 395. Okay. So this will produce it will consume 395 molten iron per second, and this one produces 403 molten iron per second. That's a good little module. That's a very good little module. I'm guessing since copper has the same ratio that it'll work just the same. Molten iron and molten copper, pretty much the same. Iron plate and copper plate, yes, it's the same. So what is this going to produce? 32 plus 42. 32 plus 42, 74. 74 iron plates per second. And we need 89, so we need a little bit more than this. But that's okay. That's all right. Maybe we should just keep an eye on this. I don't have any belts, do I? Spidertrons. Get over here. Get over here, Spidertrons. I want some belts. Oh, we don't actually need that one. Actually, it's 75, isn't it? So 32 plus 14, 28, 42. So 32 plus 42 equals 74, but there's a 0.2, a 0.1, a 0.1, a 0.2, a 0.2. I'm going to say 75. Which I think probably makes sense, I think. How do I do a 5? So that's a good little blueprint. I haven't really been doing any blueprints, but that is a good one. So we're just going to be whacking that in there and put it down on the second row. And this is going to be smelting iron plate. 75. 75 iron plate. Iron plate 75. I was going to say 75 per second. I think that is actually 75 per second. That's crazy. Yeah, that's 75 per second. That's more than a blue belt, so that's going to be a little bit interesting, and it's more than a green belt actually. So this is going to be very interesting. We're going to have to do some interesting belt stuff with these. Interesting. Okay. So that's of some help, but it's not super helpful. Now the problem is we need 89 copper cable, 89 iron plates, 89 gears. So what would be really awesome is if we could Spidertrons go over there, finish all that stuff up, finish building everything, and then go out in the lake and start dumping all your landfill. Go right out there and just go nuts. All right. What would be really nice is if we had a 45. We had a 45. Okay. Because then we could just have 2 of them, and that would get us to 90, and we'd be all sweet. So this is... So 70... Okay, let's get rid of some speed modules. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Okay, that's... We need... Okay, we need this speed module back. So, 30... So that's just under 45. That's 30... 44... 44.5, and we need 89.2, which is just a little bit. I wonder if we can rearrange these to make them slightly... Oh, now we've lost our 16. Let's just move the beacon off there and then put that closer. We got our 16 back. I'd really like another 16. So this one's got 4. You know what? And probably just save ourselves a whole bunch of pain. Though having said that, needs to go out there. There we go. Now we need you, and we need you. How much is that? 16, 14, 4. Really? I could have sworn that would be better. Okay. Whatever. We'll just do it like this. Now, 45 obviously doesn't require as much on this side. We're going to be producing way too much. But to be honest, I mean, it's getting its speed module stuff for free. Having said that, it's going to increase its power. So we're probably using a whole bunch of megawatts here that we don't need to. Well, we could do that. Move some of the speed modules up the top. Okay. And then we get rid of this one. That's still decent. If we get rid of this one, 14, 16, 14, so they're a little bit low. And this is actually, we got not enough coming out now. Okay, so this is good. Where's my belts? Spidertrons. This is the annoying thing about Spidertrons. If you actually want something off them, you have to go and manually grab it. But it's not too hard. It's not too hard. Give me some inserters as well. And then go back and get some more. Oh, I love Spidertrons. I never really used them before, but yeah. Okay, so what do you... So this is 16, 17, and 14. So this is 45 per second, which we can fit on a single belt. Which we are going to fit on a single belt. All right. Okay. So that's a full belt of iron. And what does it take in? 15.7 copper and 0.31 of this stuff. Did I put double green inserters? I did. Okay, that's good. So this is now 45. Okay, let's grab a blueprint of this. 45. Okay, so this one will be much more useful for iron ore 40. This will be much more useful for our current thing because, having said that, when it comes to copper cables, I don't know how useful this is going to be. But, okay. So for iron plates, we need 90. So we can just whack that down. There's one belt, there's other belts, so it's going to be 90 iron per second. Iron gears. We need approximately the same amount of iron gears. So if I just switch this over. I just put a bracing thing in the middle. We probably shouldn't be connecting those lines, but I guess it doesn't hurt that much. Okay, so we switch all these guys over to gears. Now we are actually going to get a little bit of weird results because we do have some beacon overlap. So I'm going to move them apart just so we can have a look at it. Okay. So this is producing 299. Okay, so the gears produce a lot more. They produce a lot more, but they require a lot more input. Okay, so we're going to have to redesign this from scratch. That's a bit annoying, but I guess it's unavoidable. Alright, let's get rid of that. So yeah, let's have a look at how much we need. Well, I'd really like this to be a 90. 90, 45, 22.5. So if we get 4 machines that average out 22.5, then we're in business. Having said that, we're probably going to need we're either going to need to module the living hell out of this one down the bottom, Or I'm not sure what we're going to do. Okay, how are you looking? You're back. All right, we're back up to 403. We are averaging more than 22.5, so this should be good. This will actually be backed up a little bit. Yeah, and we're basically... we have to do something slightly different. I don't know why I've got those little inserters anymore. I really should have the big ones at the top bar, and then I'll put the little ones down here. Okay. So there we go. So that's going to be a good way of getting a full belt out. 2 of these should be able to saturate. Hopefully. Maybe we'll need 3. I'm not so sure. Okay. Aquilo. Need to clear it. I'm just going to 100% clear the entire section. Hopefully that's not going to like soft lock or anything. No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like we got some ammonia coming back in. Okay. How much science do we got? We got another 1,000 in here. And almost another 1,000 waiting. Alright. Personal ship. Go back over to Aquilo and grab some of that science. What are my Spidertrons doing? Go over there. Get some more landfill. Okay, where were we? We need... What do we need? 25, 30, 28, 22. Okay. So we're just going to do this same thing over here. I'm going to move another beacon over there. These are really doing too much at the moment, but it's fine. What we might be able to do is I'll cap this down and I'll cap that one down. So we're using one less beacon. And on average, we're still above and beyond. We can actually probably get rid of this one. 22, 28, 28, 22. Yeah, it's... Okay. 150. So we need 200. We need 540 per second. Yeah, there's no way we're getting one single boiler up to that level. So we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to put an extra one here. And we're going to actually move this across one. Because then we can just have separate... We can just separate the pipes a little bit, which is nice. You don't need to be piped all the way over there. You don't need to be piped all the way over there. And we'll actually get rid of those pipes so we can send this one down and centralize these beacons a little bit more. Okay, we've really dumbed down the beacons for this one, but that's okay. Okay, so you are... Alright, we need to get some more beacons up the top so we can get that speed back up. 19, 28, 28, 14. Okay, the average of 28 and 14 is 21, which is too low, so... Now let's put a beacon down here. That should fix that up. 19 and 30, beautiful. Having said that, because of the way we're inserting them, we do need 22.5 on both sides. We can't just do half measures, so we do actually need 22 point... Okay, 22.7, beautiful. And then... Can we just get a thing in the middle? No. Okay. So that's 270. This one's actually a bit high, but we don't care about that. So we just need 270 from each one. Okay. Well... Oh, damn. Okay. You need to be moved over a little bit. 299, 356. Okay, this one's being well oversupplied with beacons. And this guy... How are these guys having the same speed? How does this guy have the same 22.7 and 22.7? 2, 3, 4. You got 3 beacons. You got 3 beacons. Where are your beacons coming from? 1, 2, 3. And you've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, I see. So we move that one over there. 22.7. And then these two even out. And then these two even out. So that was actually a very efficient use of beacons. Okay. I want to see if I can squeeze 3 beacons in the middle here. That would be incredibly efficient. So one beacon in the middle, and then we get rid of this one. Okay. So that's huge. But then this one goes down. So we need to shift this entire bottom section over a little bit so that this one is affecting this one. Okay. 299, 299, 22.7, 22.7, 30, 30. Now half of 45 is 22.5, so these guys will fill up their side of the belt. And we've made everything perfect. Pretty much perfect. So 22.5 plus that is blah, that one, and yeah. So we've got a lot more speed modules than we actually need. If we get rid of that one, we've still got enough. Well, 120 by 150 is 270. Technically we could put a module down there instead and we'd still be fine. Maybe we should actually, because here, if we put this one here, we're getting extra speed and it results in 23 megawatts each for those guys. Whereas if we put it down here, they drop to 22 megawatts. We save 1 megawatt of power. Yeah, I mean, well, technically it's more efficient, so we might as well. Where's my Spidertrons? Are you still doing? I suppose they're still doing stuff. Go back over there. I really need a way to automate Spidertrons. Or what I could do is shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click. Having said that, they're not going to wait, are they? They're just going to leave straight away. Okay, that's not going to work. They need to sit there. Yeah. Although, well, they're getting filled up slowly. Okay. Apparently I'm not building in as much stone as I thought I was. Probably makes sense. Anyway, I'll have to do something about that eventually, but here, we've just spent another 10 minutes building another perfect. So this is perfect iron gears, and it will produce 90. Okay. I feel like we're not going to get green science done this episode. Which, I'm going to be honest, we're kind of building for the future here, so I'm not really worried too much about it. Yeah, it's very, very awesome, this build. Very awesome. God damn it. I hate it when I accidentally press X, because you press Control X to copy, to cut, and you press Alt D to delete. And for some reason, I always end up pressing Control D. Oh no, or Alt X or something. And then when I press Alt X, it actually, because X switches your inventory, your toolbar around. So I always end up accidentally doing my toolbar. Okay, well, that didn't work. Okay. And 90. At some point, I'll stop being worried about it being absolutely perfect. You are gears. I think what we might do is we might, well, we'll see. We'll see how we go. Because the thing is, once we get all these builds working, like once we get the copper cable building, actually, there we still got to get green circuits working. Green circuits should be easy because there's no, it's just a one system. Having said that, I don't think I want to make an independent copper cable system. I want to make an integrated copper cable and integrated green circuits build. And the green circuits build, I think will take in copper ore and iron plate. I don't think I want it to be so integrated that it takes in iron ore, because that's a bit too specialized. How are you doing with your circuits? Have you got enough science? What are you low on? I've got enough tech science. We've got a bunch of agricultural science as well, so we should be able to blast away the plastic bar production. If we go to my personal ship, we have 1,000 on the way. Beautiful. So I think I got 2,000, and then the rest of it is... Yeah, okay. You can go back to Navis now. You've got enough. It's going to take ages to get another set. Okay. So what do we want to do about... You know what? There's no point making... Yeah, so we're going to make a green circuits build. It's going to take in copper ore. And I think we're going to take in iron plates. I don't think we're going to take in copper ore and iron ore. I think we're going to take in iron plates. Because we can reuse our Nido 45, which takes in ore and spits out a single belt, a single full belt, which is going to be sweet. I don't actually know that we're ever going to need the 75. I'll keep that in there, but I mean, I don't really see a point in the 75 because we really should be basing it around belts. So at some point, maybe I'll upgrade it to like a 60. We'll get a 60. Iron gears, 90 per second. Okay. Alrighty. So now we get to the big mama. Green circuits. Now we actually, I don't know how it keeps happening. It's due to the ratio of the prod modules being so specific, but for 5,000 SPM, we need 83 signs per second, and then the assemblers have a prod bonus of 1.4, and when you divide 1.83 by 1.4, you get 59.2. So it's so close to 60, it's incredible. And then obviously you divide that by 2/3 and multiply that by 3 and do all sorts of weird stuff. And yeah. So anyway, so the end result is we need 60 green circuits per second. So let's go ahead and do some green circuits. Now, you can put 5 prod modules in this thing, which actually halves its crafting speed. No, it more than halves it. That goes way down the toilet. So it's only crafting 2 per second at the moment. That's definitely not good enough. What are we doing here? Okay. So if we get a couple of these. Now in order to craft, it is saying I need 8 of these machines, not including speed modules. So we're gonna start with 4. We're gonna put some speed module. Okay, this is looking a little bit better. 18, 18, 14, and 14. 18 plus 14 is 33, so that's 66. Did we just reach our goal already? Damn. Okay. So that's pretty much it. That's nice. Okay. So that's what we'll do then. You have that. And we'll just copy this little setup. We might not even need speed modules up the top because we're going to be doing stuff up the bottom, potentially. But I'll leave them up the top for now. Yeah. I love this little setup that it's got down the bottom. That it sort of tells you what it's doing. So that's 26. So let's get rid of this. So we know that the total amount of iron that it's going to need is half of the total green circuits because it's sending through the green circuits, right? So that means we can just have a single belt going through. And if we're producing 60, we're taking in 30, which is a single blue belt. Maybe a half full one or whatever, but we'll see. We'll see. Because here we don't actually need a ton of iron plates for the green circuits. I've got all my calculations smushed together, so I only know the total amount of iron plates I need, but yeah, I mean, if we need 60, then we need 30 iron plates. So hopefully if we back this up enough, then the belt will be full 100% of the time anyway, but we'll have to see. Maybe we'll switch this over to a red belt. When we really start caring about UPS, we'll switch it over to a red belt. Okay. So that's iron taken care of. Then we need copper cable. I'm just thinking, do I actually... You know what? You can go over there, and then you can go over there, and then we don't need to do this weird mess. I'm just wondering how I'd best take care of the iron, because the thing is, I would love to do direct insertion from the copper cables into here, and I would not love to do direct insertion using whatchamacallit. So what I'd actually like to do is this for the iron. Now, having said that, so we need 30 iron per second, which means we need 7.5 iron plate per second. So yeah, 7. Technically we need 7. I don't think the long-hand inserter can do 7 per second. I really don't. Yeah, so we need to find a way. Okay, here's a really cool idea. You go like that. You go like that. You go like that. And you go like that. And then you go like that. That is cool. That is very cool. It looks like a sea of blue, which is not great, but that will allow us... We can actually, what we can do to make it look a little bit nicer is do it like that. Unfortunately, there's no way we can separate these inserters because unless we start spreading these guys out a bit, and maybe it'll make sense. Well, when we get to the foundries, we'll sort of re-examine that. What are my Spiderbots doing? Spiderbots, get over there. You ought to have enough landfill by now. Oh, I need to get up like 10 Spiderbots or something like that. Just get a massive army of them. I only got 2 at the moment. Okay. So we've taken care of these guys. We actually, when we moved these over, we started... We'd actually do this. This would be a little bit more efficient, I think. Is it? We're at 14 per second. No, that's actually not enough now. Because we need a total of 60. 14 plus 18.9. Okay, if we're doing direct insertion from the bottom, they'll be getting more of these guys from the bottom anyway. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Regardless, we need 3 copper per thing. And because these have double productivity, technically we need 1.5. So we need 21. Each of these machines needs 21 copper cables per second. So let's start off simple. This guy doing copper cables. Chuck a bunch of prod modules in him. 6! He's creating 6 per second, even full of prod modules. That's impressive. Okay. Speed module is 21. 28, 29, sorry. Okay. I would love 38. Okay. How much did we say we needed? Well, here's the thing, right? So we need 15 per second from each machine. 15 times 3 divided by 2 is 22.5. 22.5 multiplied by 2 is 45. So we need 45 copper cables per second. So if I do that... Okay, that's 45. We can get rid of this. And these machines are still producing enough. Okay. And then H... 45 per second. 45 per second. And we're getting some weird ratios to do with random stuff, but whatever. How has this one only got 14? I suppose it's only got this one thing hitting it up. Yeah, but 14... As long as they average out to more than 50, we don't have to get a certain amount on each side of the belt. Yeah, so 45 per second and 45 per second is a total of 90, which is how much copper cable we need. Okay. How's our thing going? How's the... I've got 1.5k left. We should probably switch over to something else soon, rather than just doing... Is Gleba still running? Yeah. Gleba's doing okay. Gleba's doing okay. Gleba's producing the science. It's got 4.2k at the moment. So, yes, it's going very nicely. Yeah. Alright, so now we just need... Can we get 1-to-1 here? I think we probably can. We could even get one to do both of them, potentially, but... Alright, so this one needs... Okay, hold on a sec. This one needs 60 per second. This one right now is producing 234. So, yeah. We just do that. And Bob's your uncle. Oh, we don't need any sort of speed modules on the... Oh, actually, hang on a sec. Prod module it. Okay. Even with prod modules, it's still 225. All right. So that's it. That's pretty much it. We are at 58 minutes at this point. Here's the thing. So we're producing 60 green circuits per second. We're producing 90 iron gears per second, and we're producing over here, what do we do? Each one of these is producing 45 per second, which is a total of 90 iron plates. So we've got green circuits, iron gears, and iron plates. Now, if we have a look over at the diagram over here, we can see that we need, 60 green circuits. I'm actually clicking on Excel, but it's on the same monitor as my snipping tool, so it looks a little bit weird, but yeah, 60 green circuits, 90 gears, 90 iron plates. Let me just double check that. We were doing this. Oh yeah, we had 245s for the iron plates. So that's pretty much it. And then in terms of the rest, transport belts we're just going to make in an assembly machine. And we just feed it in. Inserters, we just make it in an assembly machine. We just feed it in. And then the green science. So green science, the actual green science things are going to look like this, except a little bit longer because they're going to take more. And then we're pretty much just going to have a bunch of inserters. I'm guessing, because we need to do 60 per second. So I don't think I'm actually going to build a proper, well, we'll do the math for it, but I think I'll build the rest of it like off camera because, yeah, 60 per second. So we fill this full of speed 3s. I thought it'd be more than that. It's 7.5 per second. If we do that, it goes up to 12. So we're not going to be able to do one machine that does everything. Let's do 4. I like 4 because if we do 4, then we can use our existing build. We've got to offset a little bit. Okay, no, I like that. 15 per second per machine. So that means we need 4 machines. Having said that, that's going to get awkward with the inputs. Because we need iron gears, iron plates, green circuits. So we just have 4 of those machines. And then our output is 15 per second as well. So what we'd have to do, if we actually wanted to use 4 beacons, just for the hell of it, just really use it, is we'd have to do something like this. No, not like that. We'd have to do something like this. Insert, 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 and then outsert. I know outsert isn't a word, but whatever. Something like that. And then yeah, we could do that. And then we could even have multiple belts. And what we'd do, if I move this over somewhere else, is we could copy this. Up like that. And then we just duplicate it. Sort of duplicate it. How do we do this? We do like that, I guess. Take off those. So we'd have iron and iron gears, and then we'd have green circuits going up the middle, and we'd have green circuits going up the middle. No, green circuits in other places. Okay. Okay, this is an interesting build, actually. It's a very interesting build. Yeah, 15, 15, 15, 15. And we could do the exact same thing with the transport belts, except for the transport belts, we don't need this extra line inserting stuff. But I'd still want to use the horizontal and vertical thing, because then we could use all the inserters in the world to output the final product, which we're going to need. Having said that, let's go ahead and switch this over to... We might actually get... Oh, well, this is all powered off, so... Okay, so that produces 30 per second, which is a lot. So the irony is we still need the same amount of buildings because we're outputting 60 per second, and you can't fit 60 on a single belt. And even if we could, would we be able to do it with 2 inserters? I don't know. Technically, these should be red belts. And what that means is that we can get rid of some of these. 25. 20. We don't need as many beacons. 17, 15. I don't think we're going to get him to be exactly 15. Although having said that, we did get him to be exact. We did get him to be 20. They're all 20 at the moment. Okay, well we can just get rid of this crap then. 20 and 20 and 20. And in terms of iron gear usage, we do need... How much... Okay, so I think... Let me just double check this. Iron gears. Okay, so the transport belts... We need 60 transport belts per second and 60 inserters per second, which means we need 30 iron gears per second for the belts and 60 iron gears per second for the inserter. In fact, we need 60 of all of these. Which means this isn't going to work. Well, it is going to work, but it's going to work. We're going to have to do a little bit more interesting stuff. Because we can't just send a single belt down, because we need a 60 items per second belt. Spidertrons, get over here. I'm running out of undergrounds for some reason. Oh, have you finished? Almost finished. You still got some landfill though, so... go over there and finish off that last bit of landfill. You should have enough in there to do it. I love Spidertrons. Alright, go back over there and refill. Yeah, so for this one, the green circuits coming up from the bottom are fine. It's these belts that come in from the sides. That's alright. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to send the belts in from both directions. In order for throughput reasons, basically. You still got, you got 20, you got 20. No, we need another beacon here. I'm just messing around at the moment. I'm not sure how much this is really helping us, but probably not much, to be honest. 20, 20, and then the problem is I still need a whole buttload of beacons for the other one. So I'm not sure if we actually saved any beacons. I don't think we did. Actually, we probably didn't. I think it was probably better the other way. Yeah. Okay, so we only needed 7 beacons for this setup. 20, and then we actually had extra on here that we didn't need. Oh, no. No. No, we're supposed to put a beacon there. And they still got 8. I guess because all 4 of these were hitting both of these before. And then this one was only being hit, but yeah, by 1, but whatever. Okay, so there we go. So we got green circuits, green circuits, green circuits. Technically what we could do, if we really wanted to be fancy, is this. That means that belt is going to be... Maybe we shouldn't do that, because that belt might be a little bit empty then. Yeah. No, it should be fine. It should be fine. We've got that sort of situation even here where they take off the belt and then... It should... I mean, if the inputs are good, then it should work. So, actually, it doesn't matter what resources we put on any of these belts, as long as they are symmetrical resources. And then this one for the plates... Because it's producing 2, we just need 1 of each. And, yeah, so that one's got double output belts, but we need 60 per second, so we need 2 output belts. We need 2 output belts. And then, yeah, we just have this exact same thing with the 2 on either side. And we need to do the weird splitty thing to get each one of these a half and half. And yeah, that's it. That will be green science. So we're at the 110 mark. You know what? Here's the deal. If you want to stop watching now, you can assume that I'm just going to build it. Exactly what I'm talking about. If you want to keep watching, I am actually going to build it. Okay? So you guys can do whatever you want at this point. Because it's very, very clear that I do not care about long videos anymore. I just do not give a crap. I will go on forever if I want to. Okay, so let's get some iron plates. We do have a lake up there, don't we? Okay, let's see if we can squeeze it down. Let's see if we can squeeze it down. Actually, I'll just leave it pretty much where it was. So, iron plates. We need 49.4 ore per second. The iron plates and the iron ore. So basically we need half and half. So what we do here, I could still send it up this way, but we're going to need, actually, let's, oh, didn't mean to press that. Okay. Nope, damn it. I hate it when your mouse slips like half a degree as you're about to paste something, and then it just ends up going directly into the toilet. Okay. So you are... Well, we're going to do what we did before, which is not turn this on. And I'm going to be honest, the main reason we're not going to turn this on is because my base will start falling over. The power uses for these builds is insane. Is absolutely 100% insane to do all this stuff. So yeah. So we're going to have this line in the sand right here where no resource gets past it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn all this on later on. Yeah. Okay, so you are the calcite. So the calcite goes through there. And then you are the green circuit build. You just go over there. I probably shouldn't have the... I really don't want the things too close to each other. Like this one, I should probably separate that a little bit, because what it's going to do is it's going to be boosting up the extra building a little bit more than it needs to. And the downside of that is it uses up a little bit more energy. That's really the only downside, but it is still a downside. Okay. We're going to be changing this one to be a bottom emptier as well, but the calcite we can still empty at the top. Okay, so that'll be the calcite coming on down, goes in here, gets picked up by these two machines, goes in here. Well, actually, did I do that on the other build? I can't remember. Oh, the other build was completely different. Yeah, it was completely squared away. Alright. Did we save this one yet? I don't think we saved this one. This was a... What was this? This was a 60. This was kind of custom built. I'm not sure if we're going to need a 60. Green circuits, 60 per second. 60. Okay. So that one goes there. Get the calcite, and then the calcite is not needed past there. Now remember, for this copper, we only need a total copper ore per second. It's incredibly... we don't need a lot. We really don't need a lot. Okay. Control X on that. H to reverse it. That is the flipping key. It's the goddamn flipping key. And then we just send that over there. Okay. So, now, in terms of what we need here, for the green circuits, we're producing 60 per second, so we need 30 iron ore per second. And we need 60 iron ore for... How much do we need again? How much iron ore... Have I screwed this up? We're producing 90 iron ore per second. 90 iron ore per second. So how much do you need? Okay, I feel like I've done something terribly wrong here. I feel... Did I mess up my calculations? Iron plates. Oh god, I did. I messed up my calculations. Okay, I forgot to include the need for iron plates in green circuits. So, it's O10. Okay. Well, that messed up our calculations quite a bit. We actually need 120 iron per second. Ah, that's annoying. So these needs to be 60 each. But they couldn't be 60 each because they're still outputting to a belt. So how much iron? 15.7, 15.7. Okay, well here's the thing. We don't have 60 belts, and we're not using 30 belts. We're using 45 belts. So we still need to use these setups, because even if I made a 60 setup, I wouldn't know what to do with it. So we need to drag this out, and then we need to put another 45 setup down. Okay, Spidertrons. I don't know what you're doing, but I feel like I'm probably running out of resources, so please come over here and help. Okay, so now we've iron per second, and we need 120, which is alright. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Okay. Now we still need 50. So we need 57 iron ore per second, which is still 2 belts. So how do we do this? So this one needs 15. This one needs 15. This one needs 15. This iron needs 15 and 15. So we need to steal a little bit. We do need to steal a little bit. From the other belts. How do we do that nicely? Okay. So we do output priority left. Actually, we don't want to do it at this point. We do the first 2, and then... And we do this, and we do output priority left. Output priority left, please. Input priority right. Okay. So that'll send most of it over here, but this guy only needs 31, 32 iron per second. So there will be some extra left over, and the extra will be sent onto this other belt. I don't actually know why if we need the iron priority that side. We'll send it over anyway. Actually, I don't like this joining in the middle of the belt thing. This joining in the middle of the belt thing looks really, really weird. So what we're going to do is we're going to say output priority left, and then we'll technically we'll do that. Okay, that looks pretty good. That looks like it should work. And that fixes up that iron problem. I don't know if it looks a little bit more aesthetic to sort of squeeze the undergrounds together. But having said that, I'm not sure what the UPS impact is. Spidertrons, get over here. There is stuff that I don't have that I need to build. You guys have pipes, right? Yes, you do have pipes. Okay. Go over there. Restock. Okay. So let's do this one first. So this is the pure transport belt. The pure transport belt setup. It needs iron. What does it need? It needs 30 iron and 60. So 30 iron and 30 gears. So most of the gears are needed for the inserters. Why am I doing this by hand? I've got robots to do this. So basically we need to take these two, we need to merge them into 3 belts of 30. 2 of those belts of 30 go to the inserters build, and 1 goes to the... okay, so let's get a 2 to 3 belt balancer. Yes. As you may have noticed, I'm planning on doing belt-based for pretty much all of the Now vs Megabase stuff. I don't know if that's going to continue, but at least for the first few, where it's not too bad. Okay. So 112 for each of these. They're kind of overbuilt a little bit. It's going to produce 135. But we'll just assume that it's 112. So what exactly is the breakdown of this? Because, so this needs 30. Then we need 30 and 60. And then green circuits needs another 30. Because, yeah, it's 120. The actual number we need, I was looking at it, it looks like 110, but it's actually 119. So it's 120. So green circuits needs 30. Transport belts needs 30, and inserters needs 60. So we need a 3 to 4 balancer. That's a little bit of a wacky one, but yeah. A little bit wacky. Hopefully these inserters aren't... I mean, they're pretty good. I'm not sure where I got this blueprint from. Spring 2022, but it's so far I've had no problems with it. It's been pretty awesome. Okay, so that takes care of that. And we're producing 60. So you probably need to be balanced. So this is 20 plus 20 is 40, and that one's 20, so that's 60, which we cannot fit all of them on a single blue belt. Wow, 5k SPM. It really would benefit from having the green belts, I think. It really would. Okay, so the rest of these are for the inserters. 2 more of these belts are for the inserters, and both of these belts are for the inserters. And then this, we can actually route that across now. This is going to be 30. I doubt we could get an underground all the way over there, so let's just do it here. And there we go. So that's the green circuits. Now, let's get this guy up over here. A nice little build. Oh, I'm out of things. Spidertrons, get over here. I am out of belts. Ooh, let me just have a drink while You know what? Technically, I can actually connect these belts because they're not going to do anything while there is no calcite. So I might as well just connect them. Spidertrons, what are you doing? Oh, I guess I can steal belts from over here. Oh, look at it all go. Look at it all go. Spidertrons, I'm going to steal belts from you. Do I need to steal anything else? Pipes. Wouldn't mind getting some pipes. Okay, what's going on? Yeah. And at least when we look at these belts going down the line, we can make sure that they're getting to the right spots. I mean, that looks pretty solid. And we got the copper one all the way up the end. Okay, that looks pretty solid. Okay. So now we... As we've said before, it doesn't really matter which entrance we put these guys in, as long as they are synchronized. So we'll put that on this one. And then the way outer one will be for the iron gears. And it is just... Do I still need this? Yeah, I do. I do. Okay. Let's do a join here. And we're pretty good to go. So we got transport belts coming out here. We got inserters coming out here. Let's go ahead and copy this. Actually, let's copy all the... Technically, we need those things as well. The little joiners. Let's put it a bit further over here. You guys can go. Go. I forgot how this worked. Oh yeah, that's right. So that one goes there. And then this one goes here. And then we got one belt coming up here. And one belt going up there. And we don't need this underground anymore. Okay. Okay. Technically, some of these belts will be half full, which is not great. Where did my Spidertrons go? Come over here. Give me some more belts. I need all of your belts. All of them. Every single belt and every single inserter. You don't have any more? You guys are useless. Go away and go get some more. Yeah. So it's belts. Belts get merged with inserters, and then we get some electricity to join them all up. And we need a total of 83 per second. So we'll probably need to extend this a little bit because this recipe is slightly slower than the other one. How much have I got to build all this stuff? I'm guessing not much. Did I give my Spidertrons beacons? I definitely gave them modules. I can't remember if I gave them beacons. Module. I did not give them beacons. Okay, that's... let's give them 40 beacons each. I love how these logic grips, you can just add it to one and it automatically attaches to the other. Okay. Spidertrons. Okay, let's get them back over here. So what are we looking at here? With a crafting speed of 4, we get to about 1 per second. 0.99 per second. So that's a crafting speed of 4.25. Let me just type that in. No, I got typing it in the wrong place. All right. So it says we need 84 machines. Okay. How many have we got here? 18. So that's a total of. So if you divide 84 by 4, 84 is 42 is 21. So if we give ourselves 22 machines on each row, then that will be a pretty good deal. That will be enough. Okay, how much is that? That's 24. Okay, so we can get rid of the front 2 machines. We probably still need that that substation. Get rid of these 2. Okay. Delete all of that and then copy and paste it again. Why is it? There we go. So, okay, so it's a total of 88 machines. So we needed 84. We got ourselves 88 just to be safe. And I just realized when it came to these train stations, I never actually included an output station. So I'm going to have to do that. But that's not a big deal. Yeah, so this is a long video. This is a very long video. Blue Science is... We'll probably do it in stages, I think. We probably could have done this one in stages, but at the end, we were very close to just finishing off, so I just did it. So, yeah, let's have a look. This base will produce 5,000 green science per minute. 5k SPM green science right here. And as you can see, the actual assemblers to build stuff are the biggest thing by far. I actually can't believe we using just 4 machines to build inserters, and 3 machines to building and we don't even have modules in the machines. That's just crazy. I mean, it's a lot of input, and those inserters are going to be going nuts. But yes, it's transport belts, man. That actually makes me wonder. Okay, I'm a little bit worried, cause yeah, the thing that worries me is I don't know if 2 inserters are enough to do 20 items per second. They might not be. I think we have to do 3. I'm pretty sure that 3 is enough. But yeah, 2 may not be. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, pretty sure that 3 is enough. Because here's the thing, like, let's actually do a test. I'm almost 100% sure that will work, but I just want to do a test. So, can 3 green inserters completely unload a full belt? The answer is almost certainly yes, but I'm just going to test it just to be safe. Okay, get rid of all that crap. That's nice. So, what do we got here? Now it's 3 insert. It's 6 total. Because we need 3 for 20 per second, right? So Okay. It's actually looking a lot closer than I thought. But it's doing it. Having said that, that's offloading. That's offloading, which is very different from onloading. What we're going to do is we're going to test the onloading speed. And then I'm just going to stretch that belt out a little bit so I can see some testing. Okay. Okay. I'd say that's a pretty good test. If we cut it down to 2. Yeah, I'm starting to see some weird gaps in there. So 2, definitely not. 3, definitely. Okay. Alright, that puts my... I was like 100% certain of it, but... I mean, it doesn't hurt to test it. It really doesn't. So, yeah, there we go. And now we've got a whole bunch of copper plate in the system, which is fine, because Robot Mall will use it up eventually. So... Here's the thing. So we've done all that, and look how much fish I got in. Oh, it's from that lake we filled in. There's got to be tons of fish in there. I should get rid of it all. So yeah, we're still 100% on the path of getting the first 4 science packs. Ooh, plastic bar productivity 6. That's just been ticking along in the background. I keep expecting it to screw up and run out of science, but it's been going good. I've got an idea that I would love to get this up to level 10 by the time I start working on blue science, because then when I do the plastic bar calculations, everything will be beautiful. Everything will be fantastic, and I want it to be at level 10. It's not a level 10 yet, so my calculations will be a little bit wacky if I look at exactly what the game's doing, which is not great. But yeah. So, green science, done. Absolutely done. Not tested, but done. It's going to be funny, because we're going to hook all of these bases up perfectly, and they're all going to be missing calcite. And as soon as I start importing calcite into the system, and I put it on a train... oh, we actually need that one. We didn't need that many undergrounds, though, because we got rid of a lot of these guys. Yeah, as soon as we put calcite on the train, it's going to start sending around to all the different stations all at once, and it's going to be huge. Let's do a power check. 20. So these are all about approximately 20 megawatts. Every single thing is about approximately 20 megawatts. So we've got 21 of them. So that's 400 megawatts just there. That's another 60. So, what was it? 20. So it says we're at about 450 at the moment. Let's say 460, 470 approximately. And these guys are all 3. I lost count, but I think it's about 700, somewhere between 700, it's about 700 megawatts. So red science is 500 megawatts, green science is about 750 megawatts. Let's actually write that down. Because when we start messing around with fusion, we need to be very aware of what our requirements are. If we just sort of throw down fusion and we just say, okay, she'll be right, we may run into some serious problems. You are 500 megawatts. So it's 1.25 gigawatts, which is a fairly, right now we've got 480. from this nuclear, we would need another 3 of these plants, approximately, to do just red and green science at 5k SPM. Now, I don't quite understand how the power works. Well, I understand how power works, but the relationship between megajoules and megawatts, I think I'm not sure exactly how fast it drains, or is it like 1 megajoule is 1 megawatt for 1 second or something like that? I got an accumulator here somewhere. Yeah, I'm not really up on my chemical, electrical, physics, engineering stuff. Joules versus watts. I assume it. I assume it's 1 second. So yeah, I think it's probably 1 second. A megajoule is, yeah. So when we've got a full solar thing, like if we go over to Volcanus, no, that's Volcanus Supply, the actual planet. What do we got here? We've got, well, we don't have much because it's night over there. That's not good. Let's go over to Gleba. How is it? Don't tell me it's night over here. It's not. It says 95 megawatts to 12.9 gigajoules. Yeah. Actually, it would be nice if it was night and we could sort of see it, because then we can sort of see it ticking down. Oh no, it's gone back up, but yeah. Okay, so let's have it. If we look over it, it's using so little power, and I've got so much accumulators. Why have I got so much accumulators on Volcanus? I didn't think I had that much. It's just not using that much power, but yeah. So over 10 minutes. Okay, so over a minute, using 13.6, it dropped down about 100 megawatts. Yeah, about 100 megawatts. But it was just over that little period of about, what, 10 seconds? Using 13 megawatts. So using 13 megawatts over about 10 seconds, put it down about 100 megawatts. So yeah, it's about a second. It's a second sort of deal. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is Mr. Fusion Power Cell has 40 gigajoules, right? 40 gigajoules. Now, that seems like a massive number. But here's the thing. How much power does that actually give us? 40, let's say we need 1 gigawatt. 40 gigajoules gives us 1 gigawatt for 40 seconds. Suddenly it's not so much anymore. And each of these has a rocket capacity of 50. And I don't think we can't ship ammonia off the planet, because ammonia, you can't barrel it, I don't think. You can only get it from, let me just double check this. Factoriopedia. We can create it from ammonial solution. We can gather that, but there's no barreling. You can't barrel that stuff. So you can't send it off planet, which means, and you can only get it from this recipe, as far as I can say, which means we have to create this on there. So, which means 50 rockets, 50 per rocket. So let's extrapolate a little bit. So this is 500, this is 750. That's 1.25 gigawatts for the simplest, so the simplest science. So if we were to say that blue science was going to be 2 gigawatts, and let's say that purple science was going to be 4 gigawatts, and let's say yellow would probably be like, I don't know, 6, 7, something like that. So let's conservatively say that we want 20 gigawatts. So we want 20 gigawatts of power. I think that would be enough. We might be able to get away with less, but I'd like to aim for 20. So 20 gigawatts. That means each fusion power cell will last 2 seconds. 2 seconds each of those power cells will last. It'll power our entire base for 2 seconds. And since we need 50, we get 50 per rocket. That means that we will launch a rocket every minute and 40 seconds. So yeah, we're gonna have to ship back, like, let's say we ship back 1,000 fusion power cells at a time. 1,000 fusion power cells will keep us going for 2,000 seconds, which is about just over half an hour. So 1,000 power cells keeps us running for just over half an hour. But it takes 20 rockets to get those up to the ship. 20 rockets. Which is, I mean, excluding power is like 1,000 blue circuits, 1,000... That's not actually that bad. Like 1,000 blue circuits, 1,000 low density structures, and 1,000 rocket fuel. So we need to transfer 1,000 of each of those every half an hour. How much are we producing at the moment? An hour, we're producing... Okay, we're producing 7.4K every hour. So sending 1,000 of each of these every half an hour is fine. And don't forget that we can put prod module 3s on these, which will now increase the productivity by 10%, which makes it even better. So we will have to ship a buttload of red circuits, of blue circuits and everything else. But yeah, that's still a decent amount. I mean, it's, well, including the prod bonus, that's 600 blue circuits approximately every half an hour, so 1,200 per hour. Having said that, once we get the rocket part productivity going, if we get that up to level 10, then suddenly it becomes 600 per hour instead of 1,200. And so on and so forth. It's going to be awesome. Although I think it's additive on top of the 40%, so it's not exactly multiplicative. But anyway, this is a very long video. I just keep talking. So the point is, I want to aim for 20 gigawatts, which means that we need one power cell every 2 seconds on Nauvis. And 20 gigawatts, I mean, well, each of these guys, each of these fusion reactors, where's my fusion reactor? Each of these fusion reactors, it consumes electricity. That's annoying, but it outputs 100 megawatts. But it consumes, so that produces 90 raw. 90. So if we say 20,000 divided by 90, so we need somewhere around 220 of these. 220 of these. Each one will burn a single fusion fuel for what, 400 seconds? And then we have approximately 200 of them, and each one burning, so one every 2 seconds. That's going to be a base in itself. We're going to need a train to probably transport these fusion cells around. We're going to need to build a decent rail network around the cargo bay, I think. And we're going to have to be pretty smart about how we do it, because you can't insert off other things. Stack size 50. So that means, so stack size of 50. It's the same as this. So each train carriage will have 2,000. Which actually works, because if the rocket takes 2,000 back at a time, it dumps 2,000 on the planet, it goes into a single 1-1 train. So we're going to have a train full of fusion power cells, and then it drives out to the power station, wherever we are, and the power station has 200 odd things, and then we just send them all off and go nuts. Yes, that's going to be a massive power plant. And I'm going to be honest, it may be unnecessary. I mean, we may not need 20 gigawatts. That may just be a ridiculous amount of power. But, I mean, I think we can do it. I think we can make that much. Assuming the other, I mean, does mean we need a holmium plate every 2 seconds. Need 2.5 lithium plate per second. So that doesn't sound that bad. I'm going to be honest. It really doesn't. And to make 20 gigawatts, I mean, it's definitely a decent amount. Okay, but we've been going forever. So red science is done. Green science is done. Did I join these? I did join these up. All we need is a little calcite to throw in there, and we're good to go. Now, the real question is, how much of that science do we actually have? We got 2.6k. What do I want to spend it on? I know I should probably end the video by now, but I kind of... Promethean Science Pack, I don't give a crap. Railgun, I don't give a crap. Legendary Quality, I don't give a crap. All three of these... Well, the first two are going to be needed when we go for Promethean Science. We don't need the Railguns yet. Legendary, we arguably don't need that at all unless I have some reason to go for quality, which I really don't have at the moment. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to start pushing this, because this will give us big benefits. For every single point we get in this research, plus 10% productivity on our rocket parts, it's going to give us a lot. It's going to give us a lot of boost. What I might actually do in between is go around and start replacing all of the Prod 2 modules with Prod 3s on all of my rocket pads, because it's going to be big. It's going to be a big deal. And it's actually going to be good on Navis because we can recycle all of the Prod 2s that we've got currently sitting around. And then once we do that, once we get rid of all these, we've still got a whole bunch of ships to build. All right, we got... I got to replace all of my supply ships, and the new, like most of these, like Fulgura Supply, it's just been sitting there for like the last few episodes. It's got nearly 3,000, 2,500 foundation. Aquilo Science should have the most. It's 2,500. So they're very slow, but still that's a quarter of the way to getting all the foundation we need. And that little platform already has like a couple of thousand. Yeah. It's got 864, so yeah. You are level 3s. So yeah. But we still need to build those, and once we get... Well, now that we've put Prod 3s in all these rockets are going to be a lot better. We just went from 24% to 40% on the productivity, and we're going to go up to 50% once this research is done. So that's pretty incredible. 50% productivity on these guys is not a small thing. It's a very big thing. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. We're going to finish the video off. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you guys later.